response to our earlier video, we have received a few questions. So we'll try to answer all the questions. So the first question, what is MSME Form 1? MSME Form 1 is half-yearly compliance filing requirement for companies to report outstanding dues to micro and small enterprises under the Companies Act 2013 and MSME 2006. So who is required to file Form MSME 1? See here, now it is a V3 version. So in 4 occasions, MSME Form 1 required to be filed. Otherwise, earlier a company, public or private, that has outstanding payments exceeding 45 days to MSME must file Form 1. That is the law. But as per latest form, that is in V3 version, there is an Excel sheet needs to be attached. We have to download from the form and fill and again upload. So there are 4 occasions required to file MSME Form 1. One is payments made within 45 days, payments made after 45 days, and outstanding dues within 45 days, outstanding even after 45 days. In these 4 occasions, form needs to be filed. So what is the due date for filing MSME Form 1? Yes, the due dates for filing MSME Form 1 are, this is half yearly, so April to September, 31st October is the due date. And October to March, 30th April is the due date. Another question, what happens if a company miss the filing deadline for MSME Form 1? So if it is missing, there is no fee for late filing, but the company may face penalties for non-compliance under Section 405 Companies Act 2013. And is there any fee for filing MSME Form 1? No, there is no fee for filing MSME Form 1. Another question, what the information is required to be provided in MSME Form? In the form, it is a pre-filled, we have to enter SIN number or company name, then it will get pre-filled. But in the Excel sheet, we need to give all the details. Even in additional details has to be given in Excel sheet in V3 version. So the payments made within 45 days, after 45 days, even outstanding within 45 days, after 45 days, and the reason also needs to be given. And vendor name, vendor PAN details, these details needs to be given in the Excel sheet. It has to be Excel sheet has to be downloaded from MSME-1 Form 1 and fill, then it has to be attached, upload. Are medium enterprises included in MSME Form 1? No. MSME Form 1 applies only to micro and small enterprises, not medium enterprises. Another question, what is the penalty for non-filing of MSME Form 1 as per Companies Act? See, 405, Section 405, subsection 4, the company and every officer of the company who is in default shall be liable to penalty of 20,000 rupees, and in case of continuing failure, with a further penalty of 1,000 rupees for each day after the first during which such failure continues, subject to maximum of 3 lakh rupees. So maximum penalty 3 lakh. So how is the payment period calculated for MSME Form 1? So the payment period is calculated from the date of acceptance or deemed acceptance of goods or services. If a company has no outstanding dues to MSME vendor, is filing MSME Form 1 is necessary. So even if all payments are done, so as per V3 version, even payments paid details also needs to be given in the Excel sheet. That needs to be uploaded to the form. What if a company makes payments after 45 days but before end of the half year? Yes, still in V3 version it is required to file. Can a company file MSME Form 1 if it is an MSME itself? Company itself is an MSME. Yes, it doesn't matter. And MSME must file MSME Form 1 if it is a buyer of goods or services from another MSME. So we have to see in point of the vendor, whether vendor is under MSME registered. So that is the reason what we advise is company needs to send an email to all the vendors asking to share their registration certificate registered under micro and small. So to confirm the vendor is registered under micro and small medium, micro and small. Even if the company itself is a MSME registered, still Form MSME-1 needs to be filed, because this observation of MSME or for requirement of MSME is in view of the vendor. What if a company has made payments after 45 days, but there are no dues at the end of year? Yes, we have clearly explained. MSME Form 1 is required to be filed in V3 mode. Is MSME Form 1 applicable to all businesses? No, only companies dealing with a micro and small enterprises are required to file MSME Form 1. If vendors are micro and small enterprises. So can a company submit MSME Form 1 after due date? Yes, the company can be submitted after due date, but it may attract penalties under the Companies Act for late filing. Yes, it has to be filed. Is MSME Form 1 required for companies that pay MSME vendors within 45 days? Yes, we have already explained. Another question, if a company makes an advance payment to MSME vendors, does it need to file MSME Form 1? So here there is no question of advance payment in MSME Form 1. No advance payments that do not create outstanding dues are not required to be reported in MSME Form 1. We are talking about the payment and the outstanding dues, not advance payments. What if payments are made after 45 days, but there are no outstanding dues by end of the half year? Yes, its filing is required in V3 mode. We have clearly explained. Are there any changes in MSME Form 1 filing process with the new portal? Yes. This additional information is required in V3 portal. V3 version of MSME-1 asks for the additional details, such as even payments made within 45 days, even after 45 days. If payments to MSME vendors are made after 45 days, but the payment is not overdue at the end of the half year, is MSME Form 1 is required. Yes, Form 1 MSME Form 1 is required in V3 mode. We already discussed. Does MSME Form 1 apply to public and private companies? Both public and private companies must file MSME Form 1. Is there any consequences if MSME Form 1 filed late, but with no penalties? No additional fee are charged for late filing. Non-compliance would lead to penalty under Companies Act. What does the MSME Form 1 filing ensure? Yeah, it ensures transparency in payments to MSMEs. Federal government collecting data, promoting timely payments and financial discipline among the companies. Can MSME Form 1 be filed in multiple installments? No. MSME Form 1 must be filed in a single submission for each half year period. Can a company amend MSME Form 1 after submission? So once filed, MSME Form 1 cannot be amended. As of now, there is no such amendment. Any corrections must be made in the next half year filing only. Once filed, then you cannot again amend. Does MSME Form 1 include payment to foreign suppliers? No. The form is only concerned with the payments to the domestic MSME vendors under MSME Act 2006, not about the foreign suppliers. So is MSME Form 1 required if payments are delayed but later settled, even though parties settled? In V3 version, clearly we need to mention. Payments are made already beyond 45 days, they must be reported to MSME Form 1, even if they are eventually settled. It is required to file MSME Form 1. How do companies classify their vendors for MSME Form 1? Yeah, that is the reason. See, companies must classify vendors as micro or small enterprises based on MSME Act 2006 criteria. And company has to put efforts from company end by sending emails and reminders asking the vendors to share their registered certificates. What is the main purpose of MSME Form 1? Yeah, the purpose is to ensure that companies make timely payments to MSME suppliers and promoting the financial stability and sustainability of small businesses. These are the questions we have received from multiple, even from students and business persons and few of the professionals. Hope we have tried to answer all the questions. Thank you.